In this video, I want to explain the power of going with the flow, or in other words, trading with the trend. All right, so a lot of times we get caught up in trying to be defensive against the market, but we have to recognize a bullish state when we see one. And there is nothing more bullish than a green Marubozu candle bursting out of a 200 period moving average with all of the other moving averages behind it. And what I did in this particular trade was, instead of me going with the flow, trading with the trend, focusing on what's right in front of me, jumping into this power bar, catching that first push, that second push, then ultimately that third push to ride a $2 move up. Instead of me doing that, instead of going with the flow, I decided to counter trend trade. And counter trend trading is cute, but it is ineffective over a long period of time. It's very important to be able to recognize what's happening right now in front of you instead of trying to guess what's going to happen next. Now, there are times where being anticipatory is helpful, but this is not that. See, this is several opportunities to enter and participate with the trend. That first green candle, the third green candle when it pulled all the way back, and then it took off some more. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Marubozu candles, green powerful candles, pushing up from 688 all the way to 689.98, almost a $2 move. And not only was it a $2 move, it was a $2 move in 10 minutes. And what did I do? I bought a put at what I believe to be resistance. And now here I am, after I've watched a $2 move happen, where I could have picked the same option on the call side with a 33 delta. I could have been up $66. But instead, I'm just now getting into play because I wanted to counter trend trade. I wanted to be anticipatory. All right, now, you can profit from this strategy. But what is more powerful is to ride the trend up to resistance. Be in the play on the way up. Trade in the direction of the action. Run with the herd. And you can still scalp on a pullback, a major pullback from resistance. But trading with the trend is extremely powerful. And a lot of times what you'll realize is that you spend so much time in a trade watching. When you're counter trend trading, you're watching a move happen, waiting for a different move to happen, when you can capitalize on the move that's right in front of you. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and like this video so that I can continue to make videos like this for you. Now again, when you counter trend trade, look at what's happening. On that pullback, it's a lot of resistance. Not only are there previous buyers, but now you have people coming into the market that are prepared to trade with the trend. All right, so it's so important to not try to be predictive of what's going to happen next. But what you want to do is be able to recognize what's happening now and make a decision. Look at that. Look at that. So we had a pullback all the way down. And now what do we have? More continuation to the upside. So instead of me jumping in the counter trend trade, I could have entered on that pullback at 689.28 and rolled that all the way up to 689.98. All right. 50-cent move. 50-cent moves are powerful, especially when you have multiple contracts and a solid delta. 30-cent moves are powerful when you have multiple contracts and a reasonable delta. So keep in mind this, for me, entering at 688 and exiting at 690 with a 33 delta would have been $67. Somebody else might have had 10 contracts. And instead of 67, that could have been $670 in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 minutes. We're on our 11th minute. We're on our 12th minute right now. So sometimes waiting is more expensive than trading with the trend. So don't wait to counter trend trade. Practice trading with the trend. Don't forget to visit stockmarketdaddy.com. Go to the home. Go to the menu button on the home page. Go down to problem gambling awareness. And please take the survey. You will be shocked after taking this short 6 to 7 question survey to find out that you may or may not be suffering from a gambling addiction. Consider visiting stockmarketdaddy.com and taking the assessment. So as we see, I entered a trade at resistance, waiting for it to pull back. Now, a few other things. Look, we have that flat 200 period moving average. Now look at how each moving average crosses over the big one. All the smaller ones crossing over that big moving average. Continuing to push prices north. And I'm in a put. I've purchased a put after sitting through this move for free. I made nothing. It was volunteer work, community service, when I could have participated in this move and been out at the top. Instead, I want to get in at the top because I am counter trend trading. Now that does work for me as a scalper, but as I continue to trade, develop more experience, challenging myself to sit in trades longer, it seems to be counterproductive to enter counter trend moves when I can take advantage of breakouts. And some people might think that, oh, well, you did the right thing because you don't want to trade the break. You want to trade the retest. But if you look close enough, you'll be able to see that this, in fact, wasn't the first break, but this was the retest. So you have to, if you want to know what's going on the chart, you have to look to the left. Look to the left. And as you'll see, before this big green powerful candle came out of the narrow state, there was a move downward, and there was a red Marubozu candle that turned into a little green tail bar right before that big green candle emerged. So we had to break in a retest. Peace and love. I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment down below. Peace.